Hello, everyone. So we're sponsored by Maxar Technologies to create the tooling and manufacturing process for their lattice structure. This lattice structure is made out of a composite material that will be used for their satellite as a support structure for their satellites.
So when we're developing the tooling, we have four major components in the tooling. The first one that marked as 1 is the base plate. The second part marked as 2 is the tie-down towers, and then 3 is referred to as the clamp, and then 4 is referred to as the posts. The base plate helps locate all of our parts, and when moving to number 3 in it, the clamps essentially help connect the plate and the post together while maintaining alignment of the posts for the weaving process. For the rods or the posts have slots in them that will aid in technicians being able to line up the toes when weaving. And then marked as 2, the tie-down towers are for tying off the toes at the end. They incorporate springs into them that will help account for thermal expansion and being able to figure out what tensions are in each toe.
So when we start talking about the manufacturing process, the two components that matter the most are the clamps and the base plate, because they contain all the features that locate everything so that we can produce the lattice that we need to produce. So those two parts are recommended for CNC manufacturing. And then the tie-down towers are able to be water jetted, and then the posts can be done to the discretion of whatever machine shop decides. Unfortunately, since we couldn't make these ourselves, we actually had to put together shop floor plans, as you can see on the next slide. And basically, these just outline an overall process, highlighting all of the important features that need to be hit when you're actually making one of these.
And then the next process is the weaving process. So we have to actually weave the toes through the posts and create the structure as shown in the pattern. So our main weaving process is what we call planar weaving. So essentially, we'll weave each individual plane along the rectangle. So example for this red rectangle here is the bottom plane, and it'll be weaved with this pattern here. So we'll weave the diagonals first, and then the straight lines through it. And we'll do that for each individual plane throughout the entire structure. So the vertical planes and the horizontal planes as well.
To analyze our tooling and lattice, we conducted thermal analysis where we looked at the thermal expansion of the tooling relative to the lattice. And then we also conducted finite element analysis where we analyzed the effects of toe tension and friction on the posts shown here. These are the exaggerated deflection results of the deflection and friction study. So, in conclusion, our team learned a lot about mechanical design and project management. For example, after realizing that the tooling would expand more than the carbon fiber structure during curing, we learned that we should consider the effects of thermal expansion earlier in the design process and how different materials interact when heated. Also, we learned to consider the details of the design as early as possible and redesign as needed.